Hi everyone and welcome back to the channel. My name is Rob and today I'm going to be going through my Premier League team of the season. This is of course the best 11 throughout the course of the 2019-2020 Premier League season. Anyway, let's get straight into the video. I'm not going to beat around the bush or anything like that. If you guys want to see more videos like this one, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Champions League has gone back, which is absolutely awesome, and I'm probably going to watch more games as it gets to the latter stages of the competition. In goal, it's got to be Nick Pope. Now, I know he was joint second for clean sheets, I believe, in the league. One behind Edison, who got 16, and Pope got 15. But for Burnley, you need to realise, City don't have the most stable defence. I mean, they just signed Ake. They've got an insane defence now. But they don't have a great defence, but neither do Burnley. They set up defensively, but they finished mid-table this year. And for a player like Nick Pope to keep that many clean sheets and all that sort of stuff is absolutely fantastic. So fair play to Nick Pope for that. That was a really good effort from him. And he was just so rock solid. I watched him versus Liverpool, and my God, what a performance from Pope. Left back, the Scotsman Andrew Robertson, very self-explanatory, best left back in the world by far for me. They picked him up from Hull a couple of years ago, and he's just never been that sort of player. He's been a step up. He's been a class above. He has been immense for Liverpool. Fair play to Andy Robertson, absolutely fantastic. You can't convince me that another player deserves a shout to finish over Andy Robertson in this ranking. As for right back, you guys are going to say probably Trent Alexander-Arnold, but I'm going with AWB, Aaron Wan-bissaka. Really good right back this season. You know, all these Man United hate pages, all they talk about is how bad £52 million Wan-bissaka was when he was the best right back in the league, from my strong opinion. Now, Trent Alexander-Arnold is the best right back going forward in the world. Don't get me wrong. Aaron Wan-bissaka is very good going forward. He doesn't often have the best pass, but he's very good at dribbling, very good at shooting if he gets in that position, which sometimes he does, not very often. But he's very good with just carrying the ball forward. But oh my God, something that Trent can't do is defend, and Aaron Wan-bissaka, he can, man. He is so rock solid. Most Premier League tackles and interceptions combined this year. Very good season from Wan-bissaka. Worth every penny for me. He held their right side together. And yeah, he was a massive help to the Manchester United backline. So I've got two centre-backs here that some will agree with, some will disagree with. I've actually gone with Kaglar, Soyunchu and Virgil Van Dyke. So Soyunchu played for Leicester. He was their best centre-back this season. They had a lot of standout players, but he was definitely one of their best, especially, their best defender, I'd say. He was absolutely rock solid for them. Really good with the ball at his feet, and just an aggressive player. Sometimes too aggressive, as we saw when he played Bournemouth and got sent off. But overall, a really solid centre-back. And I think he'll continue to do well. He's still only like 23 or 24. And he was amazing, especially for a team like Leicester, who weren't expected to do as well as they did, let's be honest. So yeah, fair play to Kaglar Soyunchu. Really good season from him. And Virgil Van Dyke, second best centre-back in the world for me behind Koulibaly. Plays for a European champion team, and they also have won the Premier League this season, of course, Liverpool. So really good season again from Van Dyke. Obviously didn't live up to the expectations of last season, but it's impossible to live up that. You know, he got dribbled past, what, 4 times last season all up? I mean, that's ridiculous, as if he's going to match that. But, he had off games like Watford, Burnley at home, stuff like that, but in all honesty, he was fantastic and definitely deserves a spot in the team of the season. And as for the midfield, I've gone with a flat midfield 3, and I've gone for an Ndidi, another Leicester player, as a DM. So good. He's a fox in the box for a midfielder. He is. He's really good with the ball at his feet. He's so good with his tackles and interceptions. He's got such a good mindset. He's got a mindset of a 31, 32-year-old. And he's, what, 22, 23, something ridiculous like that. It's crazy, man. If the Ballon d'Or went forward this year, this man would have 100% won it. Kevin De Bruyne got double digits in goals in the Premier League. And how shocking is this? He should have been 3 over the Premier League record for most assists this season, but instead he was equal to it. Shocking from the Premier League. 3 assists, 3 completely valid assists just weren't counted. Just casually weren't counted. 1 on the final day. How sorted out. We're in 2020. We're in 2020 now. Bloody hell. There is no excuse for that. And I must, 20 assists is insane, and he was just freaking amazing all season, of course. But I still feel bad for De Bruyne, and I can imagine he'd be very disheartened by the fact that he didn't get that record. So ridiculous, man. I feel so bad for him. And the man next to him, Genie Weinelden, missing just 1 Premier League game this season. One of Liverpool's most consistent players. He was brought in with the skill going forward, with the forward prowess in general, and then Klopp's just given him this defensive ability out of nowhere, and it's absolutely brilliant. Wijnaldum, one of the best well-rounded midfielders in the league, and he's a Premier League winner and a European winner as well. So there you go. Front 3 now. This is where it gets very interesting. On the right, I'm going with Sterling. Now, I know he is a predominant left winger, but I have a player that would probably suit better on the left, and Sterling started on the right anyway. So I'm putting him on the right for those reasons. And he was amazing this season. He was 4th top scorer in the Premier League. He was 1 assist. I think he got 9 assists. It might have been 8. Oh, I can't remember. And even though from like the 27th of December to like May or June or something like that, he didn't get a goal in the Premier League, he was still, everyone talks about Zaha, about being a really influential player, even though sometimes he won't get all the goals and all that. That is what Sterling is. He is such a good outlet. Best winger in the Premier League for me, no doubt about it. One of the best in the world. England's best player for me as well. Absolute gem, this G. He is absolutely fantastic. In the next couple of years, when Sancho improves, Hudson-Odoi's coming in, Grealish, they're going to have pen-winger partnerships. The England national squad, I mean, it's going to be unbelievable. So yeah, fair play to, Sterling, for a fantastic season. He really was fantastic. He started better than he kind of went throughout the middle period of the season, and then he ended really strong. But he still had a fantastic season overall, and for me, has to go in the team of the season. And on the left, I'm going with Aubameyang. Now, I know he's much better up front as a normal striker, but Arsenal seem to want to play him on the left, so obviously I'm going to put him on the left. And he still scored 22 goals and I think 3 assists this season, 3 or 8. It's one of those 2 numbers. Why are they the 2? Anyway, forget it. Aubameyang was freaking amazing, bro. He is so good. Arsenal's carried their best player, of course. There's no doubt about it. He's incredible. Like 22 goals. He won off the Golden Boot. Great season. Obviously scored 2 in the FA Cup final to win it for them as well, so that was great. But as I said, he did fall short of the Golden Boot, and so did my striker, who also got 22 goals, Danny Ings. Now, the reason why I haven't put Vardy in here is, 1, Vardy was really inconsistent throughout the whole season, and I just don't see a reason to put him here because he had the rest of the team doing well. He was there to finish, and he did his job. He's definitely on the bench in this team for me. Really decent season from Vardy, don't get me wrong. He won the Golden Boot. But in terms of real expectation, Southampton finished 12th, and Danny Ings scored 22 goals in 38 games. That is obscene, especially for an injury-prone player who's literally carried Southampton on his back, which is absolutely fantastic. Round of applause to Danny Ings. What a season, one that will, of course, stick with him for the rest of his life. And he is going to be, he'll look back in 40, 50 years' time, when he's really old, and he'll look back on this 1920 season and he'll see, top 5 scorers, and he'll be one off. And even though that must break him that he didn't quite get the Golden Boot, 22 goals in a season is fantastic. I do have a bench which is made up of these players: Bernd Leno, Nathan Ake, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Jordan Henderson, John Lundstrom, Anthony Martial, and Jamie Vardy. But that's it for this video, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Let me know your opinions on this season and your team of the season down below. I would love to hear your thoughts. Apart from that, though, this is the end of the video, and I'll see you in the next one.